Hey guys, it's Stacy, and today I'm doing a book review for a book I read recently called A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. Bill Bryson is a travel writer who does also a lot of memoirs. He is an American who lived abroad in England for about 20 years and then decided to bring him and his wife back to the States and live in either New Hampshire or Vermont, one of those places. And when he got here, he discovered that part of the Appalachian Trail ran through the town that he was in. And he had always been kind of an avid hiker, and he likes to get out and go on, different kinds of trips and stuff. So he thought it would be a good idea to try to hike the Appalachian Trail. And for anyone who might not know what that trail is, it's a trail that runs along the east coast of the United States, and it goes all the way from Georgia up into Maine. It's over 2,000 miles long, but there are actually people who hike the entire thing. It takes about 6 months to do. He didn't want to do it alone though, because that would kind of suck. So he put out a call to all of his friends, everybody he knows, and he did get a taker, his friend Stephen Katz. So the two of those guys get together and they map out their plan of, how they're going to do this and what supplies they need, and they start off on the trail. So the whole book is basically their adventures on the Appalachian Trail, and it is hilarious. It is one of the funniest books I've ever read. I would put it right up there with Bridget Jones' Diary. This book made me laugh out loud. Honestly, I laughed out loud at certain parts of it. It was hysterical. And it was also incredibly informative. Bill Bryson has a way of talking about things that I might not have found interesting otherwise, like trees and vegetation and acid rain. I'm not normally that interested in those sorts of things, but the way he wrote about it just really sucked me in and made me want to learn more about, different places and plants and things like that. It was really fascinating, the information that he put in here. It was kind of like he would put in stuff from textbooks or encyclopedias, and he would talk about it, but it was in a way that was interesting. It wasn't boring at all. So it was kind of broken up. So you would have, days of adventures with Bill Bryson and Katz, and then he would go off and talk a while about, the area they were in, or the trees, or the weather, things like that, in a very scientific way. The book kind of went back and forth with how it was written like that, but I found that to be really interesting. And also, I listened to this book on Audible, and the man who read it was fantastic. I really did like the sound of his voice and the way that he read things. So because it was so funny and it held my interest, and there were parts that were slower, like when he was giving out so much information, but even though they were slower, they were still interesting. I gave this book 5 stars on Goodreads. I truly loved it and would recommend it to anyone who's interested in hiking or the outdoors in general. If you like, outdoorsy type stuff, or if you like that movie Grumpy Old Men, it reminded me kind of like that because of the relationship between Bill and Katz. I love this book so much. I went ahead and bought this one. It's called In a Sunburnt Country, and it's about, I believe he tries to do a walkabout in Australia. And I can't imagine what he gets up to in Australia and the kind of stuff that could go into this book. I'm sure this is hilarious also, so I'm planning on starting this really, really soon. So I'm getting really interested in the hiking books or travel books, things like that. So if anybody has any recommendations for other books that might be similar to this, please leave it down below. Let me know if you're into hiking or getting outside, what your favorite outdoorsy type things are to do. And if you clicked on this video because you're into hiking or outdoorsy type stuff, I also have a vlog channel where my family gets out and we do a lot of hikes and outdoorsy things. So I will leave a link for that somewhere down here, and you can check that out if you're interested. And I'm looking for more hikers who do vlogs. So if you have anybody that you watch, or if you do hiking vlogs, please leave your channel down below. I'd really love to check it out. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.